Hello. Welcome to my channel, 100 Days with Kajo. Today is day 59 of showing gratitude. I almost said that backwards. We'll be showing gratitude towards childhood. We're going to put my 5-minute timer on. We can get started. I have to pull out my iPad because my phone died. My phone has been dying a lot these days, and I kind of like it. I kind of like that it's dead. Let's see. Clock. Ugh, I don't use this often. Okay. There we go. All right. I am grateful for my childhood. I am grateful that I had a fun and safe childhood overall. I'm sure there are moments where I've like scraped my knee or something, and it wasn't going well as far as like other kids or whatever, but like overall, I had a really good childhood. I'm grateful that I had childhood friends in my neighborhood. I was talking to some like college friends of mine, and they told me how they didn't really play with the kids in their neighborhoods, and they weren't allowed to like go outside in that area because one, it was either unsafe because like anyone could be walking out there, and then other times where it just wasn't, I guess the geographic landscape of the neighborhood wasn't necessarily for kids. I know a lot of kids like would live, or a lot of families would live on neighborhoods where like the street is like a main street, like lots of cars drive through it like as a shortcut, and I'm part of that population that drives through those types of neighborhoods and stuff. So I'm grateful that my neighborhood is relatively calm and there's not that many cars driving through, and me and my friends could bike and play hide and seek and tag all day throughout the neighborhood. I'm so grateful for the amount of neighborhood friends that I did have, because there would be like, I think at one point there was at least like 10 to 12 of us. No, okay, let me not include my siblings. Outside of my siblings, there was like an additional like 10 or 12, at most maybe 15. At most, right? That's me stretching it, but like at most 15. And we would all be on our bikes. Either like one of us would collect everyone and say, hey, we're going to play, and like we all like ride around the neighborhood. We would race on our bikes. We would play tag on our bikes. That was dangerous, but it was super fun. We'd play okay, so at my house we have a trampoline, and everyone wanted to like come to our house for the trampoline, so we would all be on the trampoline and we'd play this game called Four Corners, which is kind of like tag, and you try to run from corner to corner, and if you get tagged, you try to run to a corner without getting tagged, and the person in the middle has to like get everyone. And then there was another one where I think it was called like Dead Man. I literally don't know how we found out about this game. And pretty much like someone closed their eyes and they'd lay down, and everyone's jumping around them, and we'd sing some chant. They'd get up and they'd have to try to get us with their eyes. I keep closing my eyes, but like with their eyes closed. I'm so grateful that I have so many fun memories of like playing around, and the hours just go by. And I think that's just one thing I definitely want to incorporate back into my life as an adult, is more play, like going outside and having fun. And I love going on walks because it's something very easy and it's just leisure, and it's like very calming to my mind. But every time I'm like, I wish I could just round up my friends and we play, like just play around and have fun, like I feel like we're in a space now, checking my timer, where whenever we go out to hang out with our friends, we're like eating, we're sitting down. I'm just like, can we do something? Can we move our bodies? Can we keep score? Can we like scream and laugh? And I'm so grateful that I had that childhood. I'm so grateful for having a safe childhood overall. I know a lot of people like grew up in very toxic and hostile environments in their home. I'm grateful that that wasn't the case for me. I'm grateful that I had education as a child. Like I could get to school and back and be there safely, unlike now where people are afraid of, being gunned down at school, which is scary. I think the only fear that I had as a kid was like possibly getting kidnapped, but I think that's like every kid's fear, like regardless. But I don't know what it is. Like now it's like getting really, really, really out of hand, especially with the gun violence in schools. It's really sad, and I'm grateful that that's not something I had to experience myself, because something had recently happened to some students in Nashville, or not Nashville, it was in Tennessee, I can't remember the name, but what city, but it's very close to Nashville, and it was really sad. Like a student died, and another one had who had gunned the other person down, took their own life. It's scary. It's scary. So I'm grateful that during my childhood that wasn't a concern of mine. Like I can only imagine what that does to your brain chemistry. I'm so grateful for the adults in my life that were safe and nice and supportive of me growing up, and I'm grateful for the ones that weren't. are no longer in my life, and I know who they are, and I know they had like secret feelings towards me, which is so crazy, you guys. Like, I didn't realize that there were so many, I don't want to say so many, like it was like the majority, but like more than I could ever imagine, that disliked me as a child. And I couldn't piece together because I'm like, you didn't act like that. Hold on, let me check the time. Oh, we got 8 seconds. They didn't act like that. So I'm so grateful that they show their true colors, and I know who they are, and like they no longer have to be in my life. And it would be surprising. It surprised you about how many people are actually like preying on your downfall, and this adults, and you're a baby. Okay, timer stopped. I think that's the issue why I don't like using the timer on my iPad. It doesn't make a sound, and then my screen like goes off. Maybe I feel like I can change that. Like that's something I can do. But anywho, like, comment, subscribe, comment below anything that you're grateful for regarding your childhood. My rant kind of went like on a dark turn, but like with everything that's happening now, like I just felt like it was super important for me to say that, you know. Oh, one more thing, I'm super grateful for my childhood because I came to the US during a time where it was a lot more inviting, and you know, we're all citizens, like me and my family, we're all citizens, and like it was a fairly fast process for us, and I'm so grateful that we had that situated in my childhood, because I know like a lot of people like push it off and it's really hard, and then it affects their like college admissions, affects like them getting a home and all these other things. And I'm grateful that that got situated when I was a kid and didn't really have to worry about it. Thank you to my mom and dad for that. And I'm grateful that I didn't have the fear of being like, taken away. And that's a fear that a lot of people are having now, which is so scary and so sad. And I don't know if it's true. I don't want to say I don't know if it's true, but like kids are going to be taken from their schools. Like that's very traumatizing and sick. And it's not to say like, oh, I won't get political. That's not political. That's gut wrenching, and you have to have empathy and sympathy to see that these kids, there's nothing wrong with these kids, and to take their families away from them. It's so scary. It is so scary, and I cannot imagine if that were to happen to me or anyone else that I know. And I'm truly, truly grateful that I'm in a space now where I can have a platform to say something about it, have the resources, transportation, whatever you name it, to like put my effort towards this very sad and scary time, especially for kids. I feel like it's far more worse for kids, because anything that happens during your childhood can skew your perception of yourself in the world, and it can mess you up for the rest of your life. Now, of course, like other things in your life can, but like in your childhood, it's such your what's the word? Like you're the most malleable during that time, the most fragile, the most impressionable during that time, and to have these horrible things happen to them at such a young age, it will mess them up, and that's the worst part. And in your adulthood, it is really hard to try to change that. Really, really hard. So okay, let me like stop talking, but I do feel like that was important for me to say. Again, like, comment, subscribe, comment below what's your favorite thing regarding your childhood, any childhood games or places, or like any friends that you haven't like not heard, but like seen or heard from in a while. Like just put it all in there. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.